Perfect. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm really excited to be here. I see we have some people already on, so that's exciting. Hi, everybody. Um, so I have Kristi here, Kristi File, and she is a blogger, a very busy blogger, who has offered her time to come along and share with us this amazing tool that she's created for marketing on Pinterest. And I've talked about PinSprout tons and tons in my blog posts, and so I'm super excited to have her here. So welcome, Kristi.
Thank you, Sasha.
Sorry, I see your name is picking up from the Facebook, so I think you've changed your name. Is that? I think your name is File your married name?
Yes. File's married.
Okay. So it's picking up your name from Facebook. But anyways, so I'm gonna get right into it. Kristi, tell us about you and how you started out as a blogger and you know how your journey began.
Okay. Well, blogging really became more of a creative outlet for me after I gave birth to my son 4 years ago, which is crazy. I can't believe how quickly time has passed. But as a it goes by so quickly. But as a stay-at-home mom, I really enjoyed having something that I did for myself in my spare time, as rare as that was. I love sharing my experiences and my stories about numerous things ranging from motherhood to health and fitness. So I've blogged on and off about all sorts of topics that I've enjoyed over the years.
Awesome. Nice. And so, I want to get into actually sort of what is PinSprout and this incredible tool. But before we even get there, I'm always curious to know when people come up with these just insanely fantastic ideas. So I want to hear about how you got there. What sparked this idea and where did it come from?
Well, as a blogger, I spent quite a bit of my time promoting my blog posts on various social media platforms, particularly Pinterest. And over the years, I've taken some excellent courses on how to increase my my traffic to my website using Pinterest. And part of my traffic strategy included leveraging Pinterest group boards. For those of you not familiar, Pinterest group boards are just like a regular board, except the owner can invite collaborators to pin to their boards, making them a group board. Now, finding group boards often proved to be a frustrating, time-consuming task. It was my least favorite thing to do, as I was trying to work Pinterest in my favor. So I didn't have a lot of time to be searching through Pinterest for group boards. It took a lot longer than I'd liked. So I looked for some sort of directory, to help me out, and the only directory that I could find wasn't regularly updated. So I was determined to find a better way to find and join group boards. So I began working with an awesome team of software developers to create PinSprout, and we beta tested for a few months with about a dozen different bloggers, and we received excellent feedback. So we decided to share this resource with the blogging community as a whole.
That's so awesome. Now I can tell you from my own experiences that group boards have been a huge struggle to, find them, and everybody's got an idea of a group board, but to find ones that are really popular, and the big part is finding ones that are in your niche that makes sense, because it's not, I think new sort of on the Pinterest scene, it's not advisable to be joining like these boards that just encompass all niches. So finding the right boards and the right people to work with. And so those are things I struggled with too. And you could spend insane amount of hours. So I could see where
Yeah, you really could. And you have all these other things that you're trying to do and get accomplished. And you're like, but I need to find group boards. It's a frantic task.
One small piece of the puzzle, and to take so much time, for sure.
Right.
I could see where that would come from. So let's, for those of you who haven't heard about PinSprout, so tell us all about PinSprout, the magic of it. What is it about? What do you do there? What is it exactly?
So Pinterest was originally designed to be a user-friendly Pinterest group board directory. However, it's quickly evolving into more of an all-encompassing resource for bloggers and online entrepreneurs to use to promote their content. Our most popular feature is our Pinterest group board directory, in which visitors can search our collection of over 100,000 different group boards across a variety of different niches. As you may know, Pinterest encourages pinning to niche-specific boards. So that could be your personal boards or your group boards. And our goal at PinSprout is to provide our visitors with a robust collection of group boards within their blogging niche. We've also, another feature we have at PinSprout is our Pinterest community directory. If you're not familiar, Pinterest is currently experimenting with an exciting new communities feature. They're really the newest place to go to share tips, different ideas, and feedback with people who share your same interests. They can be a great way to interact with others in your blogging niche and further grow your brand and business. They are still they're still in testing mode. It seems like Pinterest is working out some glitches and just testing new things with these communities. But for those who are interested in checking them out, we've created a directory to help you locate communities within your niche.
That's awesome. So it's kind of like a little bit like a Facebook group, but on Pinterest.
Yeah,
like
it seems they're
in a similar kind of manner.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to kind of tap into a more of a social media aspect, get people collaborating more, just based on interest, not as much promotion. I think they have like strict rules within these communities. I don't know how well that seems to be working because people want to go on and promote their stuff, right? So I think that they're struggling a little bit with that, but we'll see. I think it's kind of an interesting concept.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then another feature speaking of promoting your content is our newest feature, promo groups. Our promo groups are like a combination of Tailwind tribes and Facebook promotion groups. Essentially, a promo group is a community of niche-specific bloggers dedicated to increasing their blog traffic for themselves and the group as a whole. They're a great way for you to easily promote your blog posts every single day. And it's a place for you to kind of join forces with like-minded bloggers to promote your content to a wider audience and share related content that your followers will love. So it's a quick, easy way to drive traffic back to your blog.
Right. So is that, now that's the one thing, the feature I haven't used yet in PinSprout, I don't think, unless you're talking about, is that the pods? Is that the same?
Yeah, it's really, we've transitioned the engagement pods, which were only they were a place where you could go to. It was more like a Tailwind tribe. It was solely for Pinterest pins. You can go to post your pin and share pins of others within the same niche. But we decided to expand it because I really enjoyed, especially as a new blogger, I really enjoyed Facebook groups, like the promotion, the promo days, where you can go in and post specific blog posts or different social media accounts. So I felt like expanding that would just kind of help bloggers in general, not specifically for Pinterest, but a different way to promote more of your content in different ways.
Engagement, right? And so is that separate then from the pods?
So yeah, pods are actually no more. We've just pushed it, I think, today to make it. They're called promo groups rather than engagement pods. So if you were a part of engagement pods, you'll see now that they've switched to promo groups. You'll have the same groups, but you can post pins, you can post links, and you can post your social media accounts to share as well.
Wonderful. So that's, yeah, that's a great combination of kind of the two things. That's amazing. So that's one way for beginner bloggers to really take advantage, because, you know, everybody, as a beginner blogger, you certainly spend a lot of time in Facebook share threads. And so that's a great new way to get forward. Are there any other sort of very specific tips? Like if you were coming to PinSprout for the first time and you're, you know, a new blogger, where would you think your best efforts would be starting?
Well, so yeah, as we just mentioned, I would say the promo groups.
Yeah.
I would also suggest using the Pinterest group board directory to make group boards a part of your traffic strategy. Now, there has been some recent chatter about Pinterest demoting pins from group boards. While this may be the case for larger group boards with tons of pins from a variety of niches, I would take this with a grain of salt. And in fact, I think many top bloggers and influencers would say the same. If you take a look at popular bloggers' Pinterest accounts, you're likely to find that they continue to pin to quality niche specific group boards themselves. They may place more of a focus on pinning to their own boards. However, group boards remain a part of their strategy. So group boards shouldn't be your only source of traffic. However, joining quality group boards can get your content in front of a larger audience, which can be extremely beneficial if you're a brand new blogger with a small Pinterest following. So
that's perfect.
So yeah, I think the promo groups and the directory are two of our main ways where you can kind of give yourself a jump start into promoting your content.
Awesome. And like you said before, because it's a directory and it has very defined niches, you can easily sort out, you know, what your niche is, what you're looking for, and find the right group boards, which is super important these days in Pinterest for sure.
Right.
Yeah. Let's I'm just trying to see where we're at here. So I think, do you have any, so just as more as a blogging side of it, because I know that you've been a blogger for a while here and you've got some amazing content. Most of my audience is new bloggers, and so I'm curious if you would have any tips for marketing. I know your main focus has been Pinterest, but using all those tools that you've just said, but some sort of tips for beginners, if you had any.
Well, really, my first piece of advice would be to get to know Pinterest. It's by far the quickest way to quickly drive thousands of viewers to your website every single month for free. Pinterest really can seem like a beast at first. I was totally intimidated to even go to the website when I first began blogging. But I realized it really is the best way to drive traffic to your website. So I would suggest learning all you can about Pinterest, read up on it, take a course or two, whatever works best for your learning style. After investing in a few expert Pinterest courses over the years myself, I've been able to develop a pretty solid understanding of Pinterest fundamentals to develop traffic strategies, even when algorithms change or new features are implemented. So it's definitely worth your time and effort to learn the ways of Pinterest and stay current with what Pinterest wants from bloggers and content creators. I do know that justifying an investment of hundreds of dollars into a course for a brand new blog, it can be tough. So if you're brand spanking new to Pinterest, or if you're simply, you know, looking for an actionable Pinterest traffic strategy, you might consider checking out Pinterest or PinSprout's Pinterest Traffic Toolkit, which we plan to roll out this coming Tuesday. Some of the highlights you'll find in our toolkit will include an in-depth instruction on how to design and create viral pins to attract the right kind of traffic to your blog. You'll learn how to implement necessary fundamental Pinterest strategies that every blogger should know from the beginning. And we'll also help you to develop and execute a customized Pinterest traffic strategy for each stage of your blogging career. So it's an easy read full of actionable items to get your Pinterest traffic strategy on track, and it's a fraction of the price of many of the Pinterest courses that you're going to find out there. So feel free to shoot me a quick email or contact me through PinSprout And I'll be sure to notify you when the toolkit is available for purchase. And lastly, outside of Pinterest, I suggest taking advantage of Facebook groups, like Sasha's amazing group here, and our promo groups, just to continue to promote your content as often as you can. I look for the free ways to do it, like Pinterest and Facebook groups. It's really the best way to get your content in front of larger audiences, especially when you're starting out with a small following, whether that be a small Pinterest following, or even if you're using Facebook as part of your strategy.
Absolutely. Those are some amazing ideas. And, that's the thing. I think it's so daunting when you first start and you don't know where to start. So it's so great that you've developed this course. And Pinterest is just this huge, it can be a monster, just like you said. And it's, I remember feeling so overwhelmed. I've been using Pinterest since it first came out, since you had to be invited to be on it. But,
so
it didn't, I've been on it forever, but not as a marketing tool. So you think, oh yeah, I got that Pinterest thing down. I've been on there forever. But when you actually start blogging and you realize that it's such a huge part of your marketing strategy, then there's a whole new realm. And so it sounds like your course covers all of the things, that I could think of, that from when I started, all of those pain points and how you're getting through it, and what next, and what even is that. And so that sounds like an awesome course. I'm going to throw up here the address for PinSprout for everybody, so that it's easy, www.pinsprout.com. It's an amazing, super easy to use website, and definitely pop in on there. And I think you've got information about your course right when you get in there. That's you've got it sitting right there? Is that where?
For the toolkit itself? Yes. That's going to be up. It'll be up and available on Tuesday. We're still working to get everything, all the information about it, and everything that you'll learn up there, so you can look through it and see what you'll be getting. So we're hoping to get that up today, but that didn't happen. So it'll be up on Tuesday.
Oh, always technology.
I know. It's fun.
So where to connect with Kristi anyway, to find her. If you're interested in her course, that sounds great. It looks like it's covered everything. So I think, is there any other places besides PinSprout that we can find you or connect with you? Is that the best place? Do you have
we do have, we have a Pinterest account. It's PinSprout Official. And we are on Facebook, just as PinSprout. But
PinSprout? Oh.
Yeah.
But the best place, probably, you have a contact me page, I'm sure, at PinSprout. And
yeah, there's a contact page. You can contact us there, and we'll respond within 24 hours. So if you have any questions or any concerns or anything you want to know about PinSprout, or where we're going with it, if you have any questions about getting set up with the promo groups, we tried to make it as user-friendly and as easily understood as possible, especially for, we're thinking of the newer blogger, and, having the newer blogger in mind. Just, there's so many things that you're trying to learn, just to be able to look at it and just kind of guide yourself through it. But sometimes, people still have questions, and that's totally fine, and we'd love to answer them.
Awesome. Well, that's great. Speaking of questions, so did you have anything else to add here, Kristi, or have we forgotten anything?
No,
I'm sure we'll forget something after. I'll be like, I wanted to.
I know. Isn't that always the way it goes? I know. I'm sure I'll be like, I should have mentioned that, but.
Well, this is, of course, this live, when it ends, this will stay up on my Facebook page and as part of my blogging group. So depending on where you're watching it from, feel free to ask any questions in the thread after it's been posted. Kristi and I can pop back in and answer any questions that you might have. But for those of you, I know we did have some viewers on, and so I'm going to just leave an opportunity for any questions here, if anybody has any. While we've got her right here. Great opportunity to ask some questions. And I'm super excited to get back into PinSprout, go back on there and check out the groups, because I was using the engagement pods, and that's a really new, exciting feature. So I'm pretty pumped about that.
Yeah, I think, and one of the things that I realized too, when I'm using the Facebook groups or even like with Tailwind tribes, I really enjoy the feature, at least with Tailwind tribes, you can see, you know, the owner of the tribe can hold you accountable kind of for what have you
Yeah.
posted and what have you engaged with. And that's, I feel like important to me, that the fairness aspect of it. You're going on spending time promoting other people's things. You want to make sure that they're promoting your things. And that is one thing that we're going to be working on with the promo groups. We're going to be keeping watch to make sure that everybody's pulling their weight. And it's just, just it's a community, and you want to help, people. And I know it takes some time to do that. And some people like to just drop a link and run, but that's not what we want for these promo groups. We're really going to be just focusing to make sure that, they're being used the way that we intend them to use. So there are rules. There is nothing super strict, but there are rules to make sure that they're used the way that we've designed them to be used.
Absolutely. And I think that's why people, although the group boards have been so important, and you can see some of that engagement from Tailwind, but not a ton. So, I mean, tribes is a very defined thing. It says, this is how many you pinned, this is how many you should reshared, and how long has it been? And so that's really great, because I think people are discouraged by a group that has, one thread that's got 600 or 700 posts in it, and you're not getting seen, and half of them are just dropping their link and running. And so it's a nice space to be able to do that. So I think that's awesome. So I think, do we have any questions for anybody that's on live? We do have a viewer. This isn't, I'm not sure how fast the comments show up on our end. I think there was my last one, there was a bit of a glitch in between. So we may see the comment after if you have a question. But of course, like I said before, you can always reach Kristi or I in this thread, or you can find Kristi. I'll throw this link up again on PinSprout so that you can find her there. And if you have any questions, everybody's around to answer. So I think that's it. Unless you have anything else, Kristi?
No, that's it. I thank you so much for having me, Sasha. I love your group. You have a great group. A lot of people. I like how you have some good interaction on there, and I like to pop in to see what people are up to.
You know what? It's just it's actually been more than I could have hoped for, and I've said this before in my group, and it's sort of something I just threw together because I thought everybody could help each other out, and it has been more than that. So and I know everybody was excited to have you on, because Pinterest is a very often talked about topic, and I saw your ad for PinSprout a few months back and was really excited and jumped right in, and I talk about it all the time. So it's great to have you here to be able to explain exactly what it is I'm just raving over.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm super happy that you could take the time out of your busy schedule to pop on this live. And also for anybody that is missing this live, or some people just prefer to read instead of watch a long video, we are going to post this video along with the answers to all of the questions that I chatted with Kristi about today. And I'm hoping to post that in my blog on Friday. So be sure to throw out links there so that if you didn't get a chance to watch us, or you just prefer to read, that's available for you too. So excellent. Well, thank you so much, and have an amazing rest of your day. And I so appreciate that you could take the time to do this for us.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you so much, Sasha.
All right. Thanks, Kristi.
Okay, take care.